I can't do this alone.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
I guess, I don't know if this has been said publicly, but Jensen and I were the ones, at least we were led to believe that we were the ones who were going to ultimately decide when the show ended. And so we had this conversation for a decade. You know, we had this sort of like, okay, what do we do? You know, I'm falling in love with a girl and she lives here. Supernatural aired its series finale on Thursday. And I don't know about y'all, but I shed some tears. I watched it here at the house, and yeah, everything kind of came flooding back. And it was really emotional for me. I don't know how it was for you guys. So I'm looking forward to hearing it. I wish I could see your faces. I know I can feel you guys. I can feel y'all watching, and I can feel it like you're with me, and thank you. I feel the love, but and I hope y'all feel it back from me. We ultimately made the decision, I think, believe it or not, I think he and I made the decision during the filming of season 13 that season 15 would be it. And so as far as that's concerned, that was our news to share.
I was scared, because when it all came down to it, it was always you and me. It's always been you and me. Then don't leave me. Don't leave me. I can't do this alone. Yes, you can. Well, I don't want to.
It just felt like, you know, we'd had this discussion with people we love and care about and other members of the cast and crew, and we sort of said like, okay, we got to get home. You know, he and his wife and kids live in Austin. Jen and I and the kids live in Austin. And so we had made that commitment to each other, like, to stick with it.
Hey, I'm not leaving you. I want to be with you. Right here. Every day. Every day you're out there and you're living. And you're fighting, because you always keep fighting. You hear me? I'll be there every step. I love you so much. My baby brother.
Yeah, so during the hiatus between season 14 and 15, Jared and I went out to LA and sat down in the writer's room, which I think is the first time we've ever done that. You know, we sat there and listened, and it wasn't like a brainstorming session, or it was like, this is what we have, take it or leave it.
I'm so proud of you, Sam. You know that. I've always looked up to you. Man, when we were kids, you were so damn smart. You never took any of Dad's crap, and I never knew how you did that. And you're stronger than me. You always have been.
And we had a few dinners with a few higher-ups who will remain nameless because I don't want to sell them out, where they would say, hey, you sure? You sure? And we had to go like, we're sure. And we weren't sure. We weren't sure at all. But we were, you know, 60-40. So the show had already been destined to finish its current iteration in season 15, which is the series finale. And that is my favorite, for a lot of reasons, most of which is I'm a fan of storytelling first and foremost. And I guess the way I figured out early in life is that the way I can be a part of storytelling is through acting. And so looking at Supernatural as a whole and looking at Supernatural as a 15 and a half year and 327 episode story, which is like the ultimate trilogy. Like I think we put Lord of the Rings to shame by hundreds of hours. I feel like as a fan of storytelling, the finale did something that we all thought was impossible. It answered a lot of questions, and it wrapped up things in a way that were meaningful and poignant and frustrating, but wonderfully frustrating, if that makes any sense. And so I'll go with that.
And I kind of walked out of there just uneasy. I don't know whether it was just the fact that I just heard the ending of a show that had been going for 15 years, and I just, too close to it to really accept a finality to it. But it certainly wasn't. It wasn't settling in as easy as I had hoped. And I struggled with it, and I've. This is no secret. I've shared this before.
To be honest, it was I had trouble digesting it, and it took me a while to kind of understand, and it didn't come to me on my own. I made a few phone calls to some folks to get their opinion and ask them why am I tripping over this? And I realized I'm just too close to it. I'm too close to these guys. I'm too close to the story, and for any sense of finality to that, I wasn't willing to accept it. I've now gotten some clarity on why this is a great way to go, and that's given me a lot of comfort.
So I had a conversation with Kripke about it. This is going back a year, over, maybe a year and a half ago. He just kind of put things in a perspective that really helped me kind of identify why I was having trouble with it, but also why it was a really great idea for an ending. And so from then on, I was kind of all in.
Well, I did not think this would be the day. But it is. It is. And that's okay. I need you to promise me. I need you to tell me that it's okay. I need you to tell me it's okay. Look at me. Look at me. I need.
Sending love from Korea. Okay. How did you feel about Sam's ending? Sam Licker 81. Hi, back to Korea. Wow. I've had almost a year and a half to think about Sam's ending. So I know a lot of y'all found out about it 3 days ago. I found out about it June of 2019, and so I've had a lot of time to think about it. And at first it was probably a little jarring, a little abrupt, a little I mean, I guess how would you feel about anybody's ending? And I don't want to answer a question with a question, but let's say hypothetically you were told how you would pass. Would you ever be okay with it? You'd be like, well, either you die happy in your sleep. And you're like, well, I want to go on a blaze of glory. Or they're like, you go on a blaze of glory. And you're like, oh man, I thought I'd be peaceful. And so there was a finality to it that no matter how Sam had his ending, it would have been difficult to kind of wrap my head around. Once I did digest it and spend, hours and days and weeks and months and over a year with it, I truly feel that it was the best way to tell Sam's story. And Sam tried to live his life the way Dean would have wanted him to live his life. In honor of Dean and his request and his sacrifices, Sam tried to do as best he could what Dean would have wanted. If Dean would have come back to life 20 years later and Sam was still hunting, I think Dean would have been pissed off. Been like, man, I told you, like, go live your life. Like, we didn't fight all the, lay your weary head to rest, and so I really am passionate about Sam's ending being proper. And that's what Dean would have wanted. And that's what Dean fought for. That's what Mary fought for. That's what John fought for. That's what Bobby and, Sheriff Jody and Donna, and that's what everybody, Castiel, Jack, that's what they all fought for, was the idea that whoever was left could live as, normal a life as possible. So I'm very happy with Sam's ending, as happy as you can be.
Dad. It's okay. You can go now.
One of the most obvious callbacks, while Dean is dying, talking about saving people, hunting things is what we do, is a callback to the second episode, the Wendigo episode, saving people, hunting things, the family business. That's how it all started, and that's how it ended. Dean's last words, of course, focused on what the boys did all their lives, and that reminds me why the finale was so good. Focusing on the bros 100%, just like the beginning of the series did, without all the drama, without all the mythology, the big bads like God and all the others. And that's why I love the finale so much. Supernatural at its core is about the two Winchester bros. It is at its best when it focuses fully on them. When it goes too big, when it adds too many characters like it has in recent seasons, that's when it gets weaker in my opinion. So I'm glad the series finale ended just like it started, very strongly, with full focus on the bros.
You knew it was always gonna end like this for me. It was supposed to end like this, right? I mean, look at us. Saving people, hunting things, it's what we do.
No, stop. Okay, just stop.
Why are we still in here? This is why. This book. This is Dad's single most valuable possession. Everything he knows about every evil thing is in here. And he's passed it on to us. I think he wants us to pick up where he left off. Saving people, hunting things. The family business.
It's okay. You can go now. Bye, Sam. Goodbye.
Are you excited for this being? I mean, are you going to miss the show like hell? You're going to miss it. I can tell you're already missing it.
Terribly. I've cried every day for a week.
You you genuinely cry.
Yeah, I read the script every day, and even just moments on set. You know, we're filming our last episode, so every now and again we're at a location. It's like, oh, I've been here for 15 years. I remember this place. I remember where I played with my dog and this and that. And then it's like, okay, this is the last time we'll be at this location. And I think to myself, there's a possibility I'm trying to be aware of that I'll never make this drive again. We just shot kind of up Sea to Sky Highway last week, and on the drive down, it was our last day at that location, and I was like, oh my God, like I might never make this drive again. I hope I do, but I'm just preparing myself to go, like, I might never see this. And I would go to Whistler on weekends and go skiing or go hiking or whatever the season was. I'm really excited. It's very bittersweet, and Ackles and I talk every day about it, and it's long days. You know, we have to finish what we have to finish. We don't have any pickup shots. It's not like, hey, we'll come back in a month because we'll have to quarantine for 2 more weeks, and it doesn't make sense financially.
Hey, Sammy. Dean?
Did you know people tell stories about us?
Yeah, apparently we're a little bit legendary.
We'll figure it out.
Dean, we don't have a plan. We don't know what to do, so how?
I don't know. But we will. You and me.
going.
Who says I want to?
What?
I'm tired, Sam. I'm tired of this job, this life, this weight on my shoulders, man. I'm tired of it.
I think Jensen and I had sort of talked in general terms about what's the end. I said to them, I said, look, and I don't know that this is going to have any effect on you guys, but if it seems indefinite, I don't think I could do it much longer. Once I knew there was the final thing, it was easy for me to sign on and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But and then we talked a little more, and I think Jensen sort of got on board more quickly than Jared, but I think once Jensen sort of said this is what he wanted to do, Jared, was in total agreement. And I think once we made this decision, everybody was kind of happy with it. And, I think we, it's tough to say you want to go out on top, because I don't know if we were ever on top, but we wanted to go out while we're still fresh, and that we're not staggering to the end.
Season 14.
Yeah.
Do you and Jared have a conversation each season where you're like, do we want to do this again? Can we do this again? Or is it just sort of like, until someone tells you to stop, you keep going?
Right. It's like, do we need to create a safe word? There have been those conversations. And they were never conversations that we thought we would ever need to have or get to have. But when you have an audience that we have, and you have a network that supports you the way that ours does, and you have a studio that supports you the way that ours does, you kind of look around you and you're like, wow, this is a fast-moving train that doesn't seem to have a stop ahead of it. So we do have those conversations, and to date, there has never been an end to that conversation that has finality in it. Because I think we do still truly enjoy doing the show. It's not mundane. It's not repetitive. It's not boring to us at all. We still enjoy telling these stories. We still think the writing that our writers are producing are on par, if not better, than what we've been doing for the last 13 years. And as long as that continues, and as long as we still feel like it's fresh and we're energized to show up on set every day, then I don't know why we would curb that.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And who knows, if it's like all of a sudden we don't feel like we've run a marathon by the end of the season, and we're actually still pretty energized, then it's like, hey, I could do this for another several years. This is, I think we just found the pocket here.
What am I supposed to do?
You're doing 20 episodes this season instead of 23, which you've been doing for a while now. What is there a story behind the shaved off 3 episodes?
I think that was when, going back to what we were talking about earlier, when Jared and I sit down and we talk about, do we want to do this? Do we want to continue doing this? It's not about the things that it's usually about, I think, when these kind of conversations come up. It's like, oh, I want more money, or I want a bigger trailer, or I want this or that, the conversation is quality of life. We both have families. It's a little bit more of how can we make our work-life balance a little better. And and shaving a couple episodes off gives us a lot more time. You know, it gives us almost an extra month out of our year, which when you only get about 2.5 month hiatus, that goes by really quickly. Mm-hmm. And who knows, if it's like all of a sudden we don't feel like we've run a marathon by the end of the season, we're actually still pretty energized, then it's like, hey, I could do this for another several years. This is, I think we just found the pocket here. It's still giving, you know, the network and the studio enough content to do what they need to do. But I think it's just pulling it back just a little bit to give us a little reprieve.
Seems fair.
I think so.
Ask you, like when you get really old and the show is over.
Like season 12? Was that season 9 or 10?
42. Have you guys thought, I know you're really good friends. Season 42.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got it. Saying that. Enough. Don't kick us when we're down.
I know that you guys are friends. Have you thought about how life will be different after Supernatural?
Get her!
You know who does that? Crazy people!
New York City! Grab a rope. Pace picante sauce?
Well, yeah, there was a time years ago when I thought about, oh, what's going to happen after the show's over? I don't think about that anymore because it's never going to end. However, if it does, for whatever reason, I'd kind of like to not have a plan. Might be ending sooner than we think.
And does baby go to the Smithsonian?
No. If you mean my garage, yes. They can try and take it. Yeah, I honestly, I haven't given it much thought, nor do I try to think about it because I don't want to assume anything. I just kind of, I'll roll with it. And when that day comes, we'll see what happens. It'll just be like opening a whole new door to a whole new world. I don't know what it's going to involve, but it'll be new and it'll be weird. But
it's going to be difficult when it does end. Not to be Debbie Downer, but it's going to be very difficult. I think it'll be difficult for you guys. It'll be difficult for us too. Possibly even more so because it's possible, though arguable, I guess, that we probably spend more hours with this show than y'all do, just because we do 14 to 16 hour days, 5 days a week. I hear ya. I agree.
Actually, I'm going to say if Mary watched all of these episodes in the last year and a half, she's probably spent more time with the show than we have.
Yes, true. Yeah, with exception. Yeah, it'll be different. It'll be weird. I very much, we had a director who came, Amin, who's amazing, Amin Kadarali, and he's an amazing guy, an amazing director, kind man, very intelligent, and he was talking about how he was so excited to see his family that he hadn't seen them in like 10 days. And we were like, yeah, buddy, that's us. We see our family, 4 days a month. So, and that's difficult. We're committed to these characters and their storylines, but one of these days I hope I get to look at all you guys and say, you know, I'm proud of the dad I am. So we'll cross that bridge when it comes. But
Thank you.
Howdy, y'all. It is good to be back. I do love me some Nashville.
I do too. Come on, guys. This is really cool. It's been, I feel like this may be the longest we've ever gone without seeing our extended SPN family. Because it was December, and now it's, I don't feel like we've ever gone 4 months without seeing our...
Without getting straightened out?
I get screwed all the time, but...
That's your wife.
Correct. My directors, my fellow actors, this is it's very humbling and flattering.
We were going through withdrawal.
I was shaking. I was like, I don't know why I'm shaking. And then as soon as I got on stage, no one cheering.
Would you like to say that this, coming here and seeing you guys and interacting with you all and talking about the show or talking about life, whatever it is, gives us fuel. It fuels us to continue doing this show that we love. And you know, we've been running on fumes since February.
December, man.
No, I mean we got filled up. I mean, if we're using the metaphor properly, we got filled up in December, and we were going to get refuel in Seattle, but Seattle didn't happen. So we've been running on fumes.
One of those Top Gun things where the plane flies over and there's no oil.
Yeah, a mid-flight fuel.
Yeah. The Mile High Plane Club.
I think we're going to use that metaphor.
How you doing?
They're like, wow, maybe we'll wait another 14 years.
Wait, season 28? Are you signed on yet?
Yeah.
What else is gonna work? Sam! Gun!
That's gonna be season 15.
Speed. Hey guys, Jared, Jensen, and Misha here, and we have some big news that we wanted y'all to hear from us.
We just told the crew that though we're very, very excited about moving into our 15th season, it will be our last. 15 years of a show that has certainly changed my life. I know it's changed these two guys' life. We just wanted you to hear from us that though we're excited about next year, it will be the finale, the big grand finale of an institution.
Yeah, we've cried some tears, and we'll cry some more.
But we're going to save the emotion for next season.
Grateful, and we'll work all the emotion into next season.
We talked about this in advance. We're like, let's not get emotional about it. Let's just try to be cool. And
he's hanging on for dear life. I know him.
We love you guys, and this family is not going anywhere, even though the show will come to an end.
I could do this for another several years. This is... It's never going to end.
Coming here and seeing you guys and interacting with you all and talking about the show or talking about life, whatever it is, gives us fuel. It fuels us to continue doing this show that we love.
We just told the crew that though we're very, very excited about moving into our 15th season, it will be our last.
Yeah, guys, thanks for showing up, you know, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And it's an amazing thing to see. this many faces who appreciate what we do. We love you guys very much. Thank you.
Your camera's up. I'm the luckiest man on the planet. My cup floweth over. Thank you guys very much. I'm gonna miss you.
Since it was determined that the show was going to end at 327 episodes, I've liked to think of this as a see you later, not as a goodbye. So I don't know when that would be, but yeah, they have my phone number. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kind of nice. Going out on a high.
Going out being the operative phrase.
Sorry.
You sorry? How sorry are you? Sorry that you fight to keep Donatello alive, but when it comes to you, you just throw in the towel? It means nothing now.
Who's saying that?
You.
Yeah, this is also the last time we get to see you guys as Sam and Dean Winchester.
Yeah.
For now. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we have, this is what, the 4-week mark?
4 weeks left.
Yeah. I know.
Endings are hard. Any chapped-ass monkey with a keyboard can poop out a beginning, but endings are impossible. You try to tie up every loose end, but you never can. The fans are always gonna bitch. There's always gonna be holes. And since it's the ending, it's all supposed to add up to something. I'm telling you, they're a raging pain in the ass.
We also kind of wanted to communicate to you guys. This was a community decision. Like the network and the studio did not say like, "Hey guys, get out of here, you're done." It was more of it's like a dog you love putting it down.
It's no. This was certainly not an easy decision. If we're going to address it, let's just address it now.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy decision. It was months and months, if not years, of discussion between he and I, between the rest of the cast, between the crew, between our writers, between our producers, between the studio, between the network. Nobody wanted to see this show fizzle out. And I think that it was everyone wanting to do the biggest service to the show that we could by going out strong. And it just seemed like the writing was kind of on the wall as to when that was happening. And I think everybody kind of felt that it was coming soon. And so it was just taking that leap of faith of going like, well guys, let's get out the paint, let's paint that finish line and hold our heads high, because what we've accomplished is unlike any other.
So what's it all add up to? Hard to say. me, I'd say this was a test for Sam and Dean. And I think they did all right. Up against good, evil, angels, devils, destiny, and God himself. They made their own choice. They chose family. And, well, isn't that kind of the whole point?
I made an analogy last night. I said, I was like, listen, if we're driving in the Apollo, we're headed down the road, it's like, left, you're gonna hit a ramp and go off a cliff and it's gonna be epic. Or right, you're just gonna run out of gas about 30 miles down the road in the middle of the desert with nothing around you. I'm like, I'm going left. I want to buy with like pyrotechnics.
Both suck.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, dying in your car because you ran out of gas, that's, yay. That's fun.
Yeah, so that and the Crossroads deal.
And apparently somebody made a Crossroads deal because all signs were pointing to next year. So that's, there you go. What's that?
That was me. That was me.
That was me. That was me.
So last night we completed 326 episodes of Supernatural. And at the very end of every one of those scripts are 3 words: to be continued. Today we start episode number 327. And at the very bottom of the very last page of this script, there are only 2 words: Happy Friday, everybody. Goodbye, middle letters. Thank you, the fans. Through blood, sweat, laughter, and tears, you've kept us on for 15 years.
There's no way we'd have ever been here without you and your support and your love. So thank you. We will remain forever grateful for the opportunity and the honor to play these characters for so long. And we felt you guys here with us all the time. So thank you.
And cut.
Maybe someday, if people are interested, maybe we can do like a reboot, and part of the reboot is kind of a funny crossover of a few shows that have been gone for a while.
Maybe they can find a way to bring us back to the last few episodes of Walking Dead. Said that this is just the show that will never die, and it literally is the show that will never die. You know, just when we thought we were, moving right towards the finish line, this whole thing happened. And I don't know. I mean, you know how this entertainment industry works. They're probably going to try to reboot us in about 3 or 5 years. So we'll
like
see what happens. Yeah.
I wonder who'll play you. He's not born yet.
Me. I hope me.
He's not born yet.
I promise. I will never die.
I just said that. I literally just said that in the hallway.
Gilmore Girls I did 5 seasons, they did 7, and then 10 years later they did a Netflix reboot. So movie or reboot, give me a call. I'm in, man.
It's gonna happen.
I love the character, I love the show, I love the fandom, the family.
I've always thought that there is a possibility of, 5 years down the road, getting the call and saying, hey, let's do a little short order action for
for a streaming network and bring him back for 6 episodes.
That's going to happen. The show's too famous not to happen.
Right. I do feel like this isn't like the long goodbye right now. You know, I feel like this is a, you know, let's hang this in the closet for now, and we'll dust her off, you know, down the road a bit.
Bye, boys.
No, it's been, and frankly, and this is obviously on camera, so maybe I shouldn't say this, I feel like the show could go 15 more, honestly. Like, I feel like we have so much that we could do, so many stories we could tell.
We were 15 years in, it's just the show that will never end.
Since it was determined that the show was going to end at 327 episodes, I've liked to think of this as a see you later, not as a goodbye. So I don't know when that would be, but yeah, they have my phone number.
So it wasn't really, if I played Sam Winchester for my entire life, I'd die happy, you know, as long as he had a story to tell, and he does have a story to tell, and he's telling that story. And maybe on April 5th, when Jared and Sam say goodbye to each other, hopefully it's see you later and not goodbye, you know? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The show could go for many more years and still be a great show, leaving not only the fans wanting more, but also us wanting more. Like, I hope this isn't the last time I'll play Sam Winchester.
Nothing ever stays dead in Supernatural.
Yeah, this is also the last time we get to see you guys as Sam and Dean Winchester.
Yeah.
For now. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We got work to do.
That's Chuck's ending? No, I don't think so. After everything that he has put us through, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some glorified fanboy get the last word.
No doubt, endings are hard. But then again, nothing ever really ends, does it?
We won't be gone long, I promise.
It came to the point of like, okay, I think this is the right time. Like, it's a weird decision. And then I'm going to sell him out. When Jensen got to Vancouver 2 weeks ago, I have a text message from him. He's like, man, crazy being back in Vancouver. I feel like we could do 2 more years. And I was like, let's talk, man. Like,
To all the SPN family out there, thank you so much for taking this journey with us for 15 years. We love you, and we won't be gone long, I promise.
Thanks for watching Wayward Winchester. Subscribe for more awesome Wayward content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments. Peace.
Thanks for watching Wayward Winchester. Subscribe for more awesome Wayward content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments. 300 channels and nothing's on. I am the trickster.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Wayward Winchester for more awesome supernatural content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments.
Amara, no! No chick flick moments.
awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on.
You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.